What we're really talking about here, in the context of journalism, is a moral issue. Do you believe there's such a thing as truth? What is truth? What does it mean to speak the truth? What price are you willing to pay? Or are you some kind of whore who does not believe in anything, is willing to sell your soul and your credentials and anything for money?
Undercover work is usually about access. You have to get access to the subject to get information out of them. So in the beginning, you kind of got to get inside there using whatever legal means necessary. But if someone is already on the inside and they're close to the scene of the crime, they come out publicly, which takes a lot of courage. And that's why the biggest message I have is to overcome the fear. But in the 20th century, when whistleblowers did this, they were divorced, they lost their homes. I think these days it's easier for someone to do it, right? Because there's life after whistleblowing. You could raise money. In the beginning, there was, what's the one, GoFundMe? They banned us now, but there's Give, Send, Go, which is a competitor to GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Right. And they've raised like millions. I mean, some of our whistleblowers have raised $500,000 in a couple days. Yeah. Like Jody O'Malley, the federal employee. So there's life after whistleblowing, and there's meaning. And I think we have to figure out how much value you place on meaning and your conscience versus like your pension. And I think increasingly people place more meaning on their conscience. That's what I'm seeing happen.
If I only believe in facts, I'm a materialist, then in a sense, why not lie? To save my own skin or to protect my family or to keep my job, why not? Because I would argue there is a moral imperative. The God who created us, who gives us the gift of liberty to live in a country like this, the freedom, the health we have, the opportunities we have, requires of us that we speak the truth.
And there is only one truth. Like Laura Logan likes to say, there's only one truth. There's only one reality. There's only one reality. Like I'm sitting up here with you, right? We're on the stage, and that's the reality. And there's a denial of reality in the mainstream press. One of the tragedies is we don't all agree on the facts. I mean, we don't agree on things that we ought to agree on. But you have to stop caring about what they write about you. And that's a really hard thing to accomplish. For us, I think we stop caring what they think about us after we survive all these things. It's a fact that this corrupt thing happened over there. Right. They can't, on the left and right too, right? People do it, right-wingers do it even more sometimes. Sure. They can't accept facts if they're damning to the organization that they like. This is not a healthy thing.
Right.
And journalism, when people say ideological, these are just facts. Well, Planned Parenthood's a good organization, they help people. That may be so, but if there's a videotape of them breaking the law, should I not bring that to light? Because I wouldn't want to hurt a good organization?
Yeah. James, last thoughts?
I think it all comes down to fear. This whole thing is really about fear, because a lot of people know the truth and want to support it, but they're afraid of what the impact will be to them, and you have to follow your conscience, even if it means enduring pain. FBI agents in my apartment, I said this yesterday, when they did that, they pointed guns at me, threw me against the wall, took my stuff, and I thought, is this the America that I grew up like pledging allegiance to the flag in my elementary school? Like, what is this dystopian nightmare? But I could also see on the faces of these agents, and this was wishful thinking at the time, but it strikes me that there's 10 of them. Many of these people are fans of mine. and that was confirmed because in the spring of this year, one of them blew the whistle on the FBI.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
And came to us. And I mean, have you ever seen anything like that in your life? So for me, that was incredibly hopeful. And when that person did that, that inspired another person to do that, and another, and courage is contagious.
Yep.
And if it were me, if I worked for the FBI in some hypothetical alternative universe, and someone said, why don't you go raid these journalists, Go pillage their homes and take their anonymous sources. I would have at least quit or called in sick that day.
Thank you.
I mean, I can't live with myself.
Right.
I couldn't brush my teeth in the mirror and live with that's just me.
Right. Yeah.
But I think increasingly there's going to be more people out there who, I think you're going to see an army of these whistleblowers come out.
Yep.
I think there's no other option. It's an American imperative. It must happen. It will happen. And you can go to veritastips@protonmail.com if you want that to happen.
Right on.